Oh, hey! Welcome back to Ask Zillow Anything, presented by Betterment. So far in this series, we've talked about how to understand your credit, get your finances in order, and shop for homes you can afford. All really important steps toward home ownership. Having my own home is one of my dreams, and if you're watching this series, it's probably one of yours too. But dreams, they're just better than reality sometimes. I mean, I've been looking and looking for the perfect place, and I still haven't found it yet. So in between obsessing on Zillow, I'm distracting myself by building my little friends outside my window the perfect home of their dreams. Look, see? Isn't it cute? Wouldn't it be great if I could just... Wait, can I build my own house? That sounds like a great topic for today. The path to building your own home. So where do you even start? Let's ask someone who's already done it.
New construction for me, I went onto Zillow and did some searches, found new construction, and realized that that was something I wanted to go into. Zillow was integral in me finding my new construction home. I was able to look in those specific areas with that draw on the map feature, and then put in my price point, and I was able to really narrow down where I wanted to be based on certain areas and criteria. New construction for me was a big alert because I could make my own mark on it and not kind of come into an existing project where you don't know what the sublayers of the house are like, what the quality of the fixtures are. I was able to do all of that on my own from the start, kind of customize it how I wanted and put my vision on it.
Oh my gosh, Brian, I hear you on that. Customizing my cabinets, dream. Customization is just one of the many differences between buying a home and building one. There's so much to learn, and luckily we have two great resources to help guide us. The first resource is Zillow's Home Buying Guide, which has lots of great articles on the things you need to know before buying any home, including specifics on new construction. Just go to zillow.com/homebuyingguide to dig in. Our second resource is one of Zillow's builder partners who's joining me today, Linda Peak, Vice President of Digital Marketing at Brookfield Residential. She's going to give us the rundown on getting into a new construction home. Hey Linda, can you introduce yourself to our viewers?
Hey Julia, I'm really happy to be here today. I'm Linda Peak, Vice President of Digital Marketing for Brookfield Residential North America.
So Linda, let's start with the big picture. What are some of the biggest differences between buying a resale and building or purchasing a new home?
There are a few main differences that really stand out between new and resale homes. The biggest, and maybe the most obvious, is that it's new. This eliminates one of the biggest headaches that comes with buying a resale home, the fear of the unknown. With resale, even after inspection, you really don't know what's behind the walls until something happens. I'm sure anyone who's lived in or purchased a resale home can relate to this. It's the kind of uncertainty that can lead to large, unexpected expenses. Another big difference with buying new construction is having the technology already built in, giving you access to high-speed internet throughout your home rather than limiting you to rooms with the strongest signal. This has become even more important now that we're streaming and working and living from home. Another key difference is that new construction often exists within a master plan community, which gives homeowners access to a thriving and connected lifestyle with resort-style amenities and ongoing resident programming that creates a sense of togetherness amongst neighbors. Having close proximity to new or existing shopping and dining is also key.
Okay. All right, so those are some great factors to think about. So what about timing? How long does it take to build a new home?
Construction timing for new homes tend to be communicated on a clear schedule. For instance, at Brookfield Residential, once a buyer purchases, they are given an estimation for completion or a promise date. As construction of the home hits certain milestones, the dates may be adjusted a bit, but it's always communicated to the buyer clearly. This constant communication and transparency allow homebuyers to plan their upcoming move with confidence and clarity. This communication approach can vary by builder. This differs quite a bit from the timeline of a resale home, where it's basically the time it takes to secure and close the loan. A typical timeline ranges from 30 to 60 days for a move-in ready or quick move-in home. It can also be anywhere from 3 to 9 months, depending how early or what phase you're purchasing in.
I hear about different types of new construction homes. We have spec homes, custom homes. Can you explain the different types to us?
A spec home is one where all the finishes and options have already been selected, and the home is either completed or typically less than 90 days away from completion. These homes are often referred to as quick move-in homes. The benefit is that you can move in right away. The downside is that you don't have an opportunity to make your own style selections or personalize the home prior to moving in. And for new tract or production homes, we'll also have personalization options, but this does depend on the price point and how early on it is in the construction process. And options can be large things like adding a loft, or turning a study or a den into a bedroom with a closet, or smaller things like built-ins, outdoor rooms, features, or exterior architectural selections. Smaller details that can be personalized range from flooring, cabinetry, tile, faucets, handles, and paint colors, all the really fun things. And lastly, you can also purchase an empty lot or land and build a fully customized home from the ground up, but that's the most complex option.
Thanks, Linda. So what tips would you have when it comes to shopping for new construction and narrowing down what you want?
That's a really great question, Julia. So when you're shopping for a new home, some of the initial considerations are the same as with a resale home. For instance, determining the number of bedrooms and bathrooms and whether you want an outdoor space or extra storage will help focus your search. You should have a clear picture of your minimum space requirements from the start. The great thing about a new construction home is that you can often choose to add a bedroom or convert a loft into a bedroom or add a first floor suite. And Julia, with a resale home, you would have to renovate, which involves architects, planning, permits after purchasing your home. And then it may also require you to delay your move-in date or relocate when renovations are being completed. You can also look at locations available within a community, whether it's near a park or a cul-de-sac, and consider the outdoor spaces the home has to offer, like big yards, small yards, and don't forget to consider the amenities. With a resale home, you're just paying for just the home. However, with a new home, the price also includes a variety of community amenities like pools, parks, recreation, events, programming, and new or nearby retail for everyday conveniences and a lot of fun. And then you get to the really good stuff: architectural style choices and ultimate personalization for the interior to match your taste and lifestyle. Most new home communities have model homes that demonstrate designer options and upgrades, as well as finished spaces, so you can experience how the homes live in real life.
Okay, so you've decided you want to build and you found your builder partner. So what happens next? Can you give us a high-level view?
Although the process can vary by builder, at Brookfield Residential, this is our process. Sign your purchase agreement, work with the designer to select finishes and options, meet with your on-site team to review everything, receive timely updates on construction progress along with photos on the Brookfield Residential app, take a framing walk to see the bones of your home before it's sealed up and make sure you sign your name on it, get clear communication from your new home concierge to help set up your utilities and plan for a smooth move. Have a new home orientation, which includes a walkthrough of your completed home, its functionality, and important maintenance information. And finally, close escrow. Get the keys and celebrate your new home.
Okay, well that seems straightforward enough. But what if things don't go exactly as planned? I've heard there's a lot happening when you build a home, between dealing with utilities, zoning requirements, things like that. What are some curveballs people might face?
The beauty of buying a new home is that the home builder handles any potential issues, including zoning, permits, and utilities. All of these are dealt with before we can even begin to market a new home community. So by the time you're touring and entering into a sale, everything is all set. For a customized home outside of a community, this may be a bit more involved and require more buyer input. There are some instances when construction timing can be impacted by delays. For example, extreme weather or difficulty obtaining materials during supply chain shortages. But again, the builder typically handles this and communicates any issues to the buyers on an ongoing basis. But remember, the communication approach can vary by builder.
Whew, we've covered a lot of ground so far. Remember, you can always visit our home buying guide to explore more on what we've discussed here today. To wrap things up, Linda, if you had to give us your top 3 tips, what would those be?
My 3 tips for new construction buyers: The first would be to determine your budget, which begins by getting pre-qualified by your lender. Knowing your bottom line numbers gives you the clarity you need to make upfront decisions, whether it's total price or maximum monthly payment. Whatever it is, you'll then be able to focus your search and put your time into exploring the options that are right for you. The second tip is to look beyond the home itself and find a community that fits your lifestyle. Once you find that place that feels right, finding the perfect home there will come naturally. Third, be proactive. That involves asking questions. Home builders are here to guide you along this journey, and it's a journey. We might as well make it as fun as we can for you. When you're buying a new home, there's a home builder team of experts by your side every step of the way. Sales counselors, design and construction teams, lenders, customer care team, and the list goes on and on. Lean on them, ask them. Again, don't be too timid to ask questions. Share, listen, openly communicate so they can continue to work hard to meet your needs.
Linda, thank you so much for sharing your expertise with us. I've learned a ton, and I bet our audience has too. So what do you think? Build or buy? If you're going to build, a great place to start is Zillow's Builder Finder. You can browse Zillow's trusted network of builder partners in your area, see their local communities, find pricing, and more. On Zillow, you can also set your search filters to new construction to only see newly built properties for sale in your area. Whether you build from scratch, buy a new home, or buy an existing home, odds are you're going to need financing, which is a whole language of its own. And that's what we'll cover in our next episode focused on mortgages. We'll explain some of the common misunderstandings about mortgages and walk through many of the pieces you'll need to understand when getting finances for whatever path you choose. Okay, I've got to run. I've got some roofing to do for my new build. Thanks for tuning in today, and we'll see you next time.